Okay, lesson 22, division with and without remainders. This is a pretty easy lesson. So division and multiplication are inverse operations, which means that they undo each other. Here is your example. 35 divided by 5 equals 7. Then you can check that by saying 7 times 5 equals 35. That's your double check. Okay, so here's another example. 15 divided by 3 equals what? You're going to say 5. And then you do 5 times 3 equals 15. That's your double check. Okay, it checked out. All right. If 16 pennies are divided among 5 children, how many pennies will each child receive? If we try to divide 16 into 5 equal groups, we will find that there is no whole number that is the exact number. So we have 16 divided by 5. There's no number that's the exact number. To answer the question, we think what number of 5s is close but not more than 16? The answer to that question is 3. So we're going to write 3 above the box. And we know that 3 times 5 is 15, so we're going to take 15 away from 16. And that answer is 1. That's how many pennies are left over. The amount left over is called the remainder. So we're going to write remainder, the amount, left over, and in this example, it's 1, which means that 1 penny was left over. How we deal with remainders depends upon which question we are asked. For now, when we answer the problems written with digits and division symbols, we are going to write the remainder at the end of our answer with the letter R. So we're going to say 3 remainder 1. And guys, if your handwriting is sloppy and this looks like 301, then that's what I'm going to think, and it's not going to be right. Make sure that your R looks like an R, and there's a space between your answer and the remainder number, okay? 3 remainder 1, that's how you'd write it. And how could you check that that answer is correct? Well, you have to do 5 times 3, and then you're adding whatever your remainder is. So 15 plus 1 equals 16, and that checks out. Okay, so now we're going to do example 1. 50 trading cards need to be put into protective pages. Each page can display 8 cards. How many pages can be filled? What is the least number of pages needed to fit and display all cards? So we begin by rewriting the problem with a division box. What number, so we'll put big on the inside, small on the outside. All right. We think what number of 8s is close to but not more than 50? And the answer is 6. And we multiply 6 by 8 and we get 48. So you're going to take away that answer here, and 50 minus 48 is 2. So that means that the remainder is 2. So this question is asking how many pages can be filled? 6. What is the least number of pages you'd need to fit and display the cards? The answer is 7. 7 pages, okay? Because 6, if there's any remainder, you got to bump it up. Because what would these two do? They wouldn't be able to be on display, and you can't have any left out. So you would need 7 pages to fit anything that has a remainder. You'd have to bump it up, okay? All right, and example 2. Without dividing, which 2 problems below will have a remainder? And how do you know? So please fill that out. Well, we can see that this one would not have a remainder because it's 2 divided by an even number, and we know that 2 can go into 16 8 times. We know that this one will not have a remainder because 5 can go into 40 evenly 8 times. Okay? And this one will have a remainder because 10 can't go into a number that ends with a 5. So we will have 4 remainder 5. And this one, because 2 has to go in, can only go into an even number, and 15 is an odd number, we know the answer is 7 remainder 1, because 2 can go into 14 7 times minus 14, we'd have 1 remainder. And this one, 10 can go into 40 4 times with the remainder of 5, okay? Here's your lesson practice. Divide. Write each number with a remainder, okay? So 23 divided by 5, 50 divided by 6, 37 divided by 8, 23 divided by 4, that was a D, sorry, I'm going too fast. E is 50 divided by 7, F is, I think this is supposed to be 40 divided by 6. Let me make sure I wrote this wrong, or right, yeah. 40 divided by 6. Good thing I double checked this. G, 42 divided by 10, and H, 50 divided by 9. And I says, which number can be divided by 2 without a remainder? And how do you know? Okay, and you'll have to remember what I said about 2 in A and D up here in example 2. All right, have a good rest of your night, and I will see you in the morning.